What's going on, everybody? Today's video is going to be all about the Fred Hall Boat Show up in Long Beach. I'm heading up to work the Last Chance Performance Marine booth. Follow along, check out the boat show, see what it's like, and see what these boat shows are all about. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to try to get some interviews with some of the vendors that let them tell you why you should buy some of their products. I'll show you some of the boats that are going to be at the show, so stay tuned. I think you'll enjoy this one. So the Fred Hall Boat Show is more than just boats. I mean, there's a ton of boats there. You know, pretty much every manufacturer's got a booth out there. Skeeter, Pheonix, Ranger, Nitro, Triton. There's all kinds of different boat brands that are going to be there. There's other brands than just bass boats. There's going to be offshore saltwater boats. There's going to be pontoon boats, all kinds of different stuff out there. In addition to the boat companies and boat manufacturers, you know, the motor companies are going to be there, tackle companies, lure companies, reel companies, rod companies, all kinds of stuff. You can learn a lot from seminars that are there. So if you don't live, you know, out this way and can't go to the Fred Hall Show, I'd recommend looking up and finding out what trade shows are near you. You never know what you might go and find. Maybe you'll find a good deal on some stuff, or you can just take in some of the seminars and learn some new fishing stuff. All right, well, I just got to the show. I just parked my truck. I'm gonna head up to Will Call and get my badge so I can head over to the booth and start start talking about boats. So once I get in, I'll show you guys all the different boats and some of the different booths. All right, so I just got into the show, walking up to the Last Chance booth right now. You gotta check out these boats. Take all your hooks and the base and all that. And a box of mega batch 110 stack. Trying to find the One Bass booth so we could talk to Bill Egan about One Bass and why you guys might want to fish some of those One Bass events. So hopefully I can find him out here in the show. Pretty crowded, a lot of people, but if I can find him, we'll talk to him. So as you guys can see so far, we went by the Daiwa booth. We also went by the Abu Garcia booth. All right, so I found the man. I found Bill Egan. He's gonna let you know why you should fish One Bass events. They got three. They got the Arizona Open, they got the California Open, and the US Open. Here's Billy, let him tell you.
Hey guys, Bill Egan, One Bass Tournament Director for Western Outdoor News. It's good to run into Matt here at the show. Been here all week since Monday. It's been an awesome show. Doing subscriptions for Western Outdoor News, but as Matt mentioned, why should you fish One Bass? Well, it's something I'm very passionate about, Western Outdoor News is passionate about, and all of our sponsors are. And that's the key note, is we've got some of the best sponsors in the business. Bass Cat Boats is our title sponsor. It has been, and we're looking forward to working with them for years. Mercury Motors has been around. Their new motors are unbelievable, and guys are loving them. So, you know, with all the sponsors and all the anglers and friendships and things that we've built throughout the years, the momentum's going. With our California Open coming up in April, it's April 10th, 11th, and 12th. The cutoff is April 4th. It's going to be an amazing event. The fish are going to be ready to bite, and everything's going to be good.
All right, so I hit up a few of the booths. Now it's time to head back to talk some more boats and try to sell some boats. That was Bill Egan that you just saw. Real good guy, tournament director for One Bass. He was the tournament director for my Havasu tournament that I fished in January. The California Open at Clear Lake is next month. And then he's also the tournament director for the One Bass US Open out at Lake Mead. I asked him what we were talking, and he's shooting for 250 boats out at the US Open this year. probably doable, but that's gonna be a huge tournament and some big payback. What's happening, guys? This is Matt from Last Chance Performance Marine and Last Chance Bait and Tackle. Right now we're sitting in a Skeeter ZX250 right here. And what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna give you a quick little walkthrough of this boat. We're gonna start back by the motor. One interesting fact behind Skeeter is the 250 right here, we see right here, the Yamaha show motor. Yamaha is one of the few companies that owns its boats. So this boat and all the Skeeter boats were built and designed around their motors right here. And one cool thing about that, as you can see right down in here, I don't know if you guys can see this in the video right here, but there's two aluminum pieces of metal right here. This is hooked directly to the jack plate. That's called the torque thrust system. So what that does is that runs the entire length of the Skeeter bass boat. So when you're taking off on pad, there's no flex in the whole entire boat itself. It's very rigid, gets up on pad really, really fast, and adds strength to it. We got two rear storage hatches back here, two spacious live wells to hold fish from the day. We got ourselves a cooler right here. Keeps your drinks nice and cool with drain plug that drains into the whole hull of the boat, which you can drain out later. Right now we got a Helix 12 at the console, Helix 9 at the bow. Here we got storage right here, your glove box. It can be your keys, phone, all that kind of good stuff. Passenger rod holders right here with clip in the back. The cool thing about the new tournament layout on a Skeeter bass boat is they've given the co-angler and the Pro ample storage. So right here on both sides of the boat, right in front of the console, right in front of the passenger seat, you have dual day boxes. And how the day boxes are organized are similar to that of like your typical spinnerbait type boxes. You put worms, you can put hooks, you can put any type of little tackle boxes, whatever fits the bill for these boats. You have one right in front of the console, right in front of the co-angler spot. Okay, moving forward of our day boxes, Skeeter actually designed a spot to put 3700 size tackle boxes. You can put 6 boxes on each side. Now, that doesn't mean you have to only run a 3700 size tackle box. You can actually take 2 boxes out and pull these little metal brackets out and put a 3700 size deep if you didn't want to fish or use a standard 3700 size tackle box. Now, the funny thing is about this boat, as you can see, where's the rod lockers? That was the big question a lot of people had with this particular layout. Like, where am I going to stick my rods? So what Skeeter did, it's pretty cool, and I think it's going to be really great for a lot of people if you haven't seen it, is you have 2 lids that open up directly down the center of the boat. There's tubes on either side right here. That's where you store your rods. Now, by doing that, what it makes people do is go out and purchase those stick jacket stick jacket type rod covers. You'll lay your rods down here like a typical rod locker, but all the tips go down there. You can fit twice as many rods in one spot, reducing the amount of broken guides, lost inserts, and all that kind of good stuff. Directly down the center of the boat, you have additional storage that'll fit 3700 size tackle boxes, all the length of the boat right here. So not only do you have 12 3700 size tackle boxes on either side, you can put another 15 to 20 boxes down the center. Tons of storage for those that like to store a lot of rods and a lot of tackle. Stock on a Skeeter ZX250 comes with a Minn Kota Fortrex. So here at Last Chance Performance Marine, we upgraded the trolling motor for the Fred Hall show to a Minn Kota Ultrex. And I don't know if a lot of you guys are familiar with the Ultrex trolling motor itself. It's based off of GPS positioning. So it's a digital trolling motor that, say you're fishing a spot out in the middle of the lake, like for my lake it's Diamond Valley. I'll be out there on a rock pile, a hump out in the center of a cove. I'll hook a fish. What I can do with this trolling motor, I can hit a button. It's an anchor. What it's gonna do is off of satellite signal, it can keep me in one spot. It anchors me without using a physical anchor. So once I hook my fish, I'll fight that fish, go back to my live well, put it in the live well. On a typical cable-driven trolling motor, that boat's gonna move position in the wind, or boat wake, whatever. With the Minn Kota Ultrex, it keeps me positioned, so my very next cast, I hit my exact mark I caught my last fish. Very, very cool features. Now, the Minn Kota Ultrex also comes with a handheld, it's like a key fob, almost like for your phone.
And what that allows you to do, you can set waypoint trails or waypoints on there and trails on there. So if you didn't have a linkable fish finder like the Humminbird unit, say you had Lowrance, you can actually link it up through here and tell the trolling motor from a handheld device where to go and where to turn. One cool feature behind this that I use personally is if I fish solo, like I do a lot on my local lakes, I'll go ahead and launch my boat. Get in the boat, back the boat off the trailer, get to the dock. I'll drop my trolling motor, get out of my boat, kick my boat away from the dock, and I steer it like an RC car. Having that signal right there, and having this trolling motor have a mind of its own, I can steer that boat out 25 yards from the dock, spot lock it again, park my truck, come back down to the dock and steer the boat back to me. I don't have to tie these boats up to the dock and run the risk of damaging your jail code. So the cool thing about the Skeeters right here is they offer 8 pre-designed color schemes, anywhere from a black and a white all the way to a black and an orange. And it's pretty cool because they kind of have every angler in mind. Some people like flashy colors, some people like more of the basic, typical, classic Skeeter colors. If you'd like to know any more information about the Skeeter line of boats, contact Last Chance Performance Marine at 951-765-1800. Thank you, guys.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Matt Luna. I'm out here at the Fred Hall show working at the Last Chance Performance Marine booth, and I'm going to talk to you about the Skeeter FXLE. This is the 21-foot model. This is the top of the line Skeeter boat. Everything you see here in this limited edition package is what comes. You don't have to upgrade anything. It's all right here ready to go for you guys. The Solex Humminbirds, the power poles, everything. Let's walk through this boat. So right here at the back, we got 2 power pole blades and a 250 Yamaha Show engine. The Yamaha Show engines are awesome engines. I have one myself and I love it. I have a 200 horse engine. This 250 is gonna get you going. It's gonna move this FX really, really well. So we're gonna start here at the rear of the boat, and inside, you may not be able to see it on video in here, but you can see that there's some metal, essentially framing that goes the entire length of the boat. And what that does is it makes so there's no flex in this boat. It's the torque system in here. It's designed specifically with this 250. It's gonna get you the maximum performance you can out of this boat. So now we're at the console area of this boat. Some of the upgrades that you have in the FXLE versus the ZX series is gonna be the digital dash right here, digital gauges, the Solex Humminbirds on here, the digital upholstery right here as well. There's just some nicer features on the FX version. The ZX is a great boat as well, but if you're looking for those little extras, the FX is where you're gonna wanna go. So now we're on the front deck of this boat. As you can see, 2 massive rod lockers on this boat. There's rod storage on both sides. You can see the rod tubes in both of these hatches right here. Obviously, if you have plenty of rods, there's plenty of room in here to store all the rods you can have. Obviously, life jackets, different tackle. You can set this up as however you want, but rod storage is not gonna be a problem in this FX. So if you didn't have enough rods in here already with the 2 sides, the 2 rod lockers on both sides of this boat, there's additional rod storage inside this center hatch as well. As you can see, plenty of tackle boxes can be stored in this middle hatch as well, 3700 style boxes. You can also remove the plates and get different size boxes as well. As you can see underneath here, we got rod tubes that go the center of the boat. Net storage right up on top right here. In this FX boat, you can carry all the tackle, all the rods you're gonna need. So now we're right here where the magic happens, at the front end of this boat, where you're gonna be catching all the fish. And we got a Solex 10 up front, up off the dash, which I think is a huge factor. Makes seeing everything a little bit easier. Tuning in to those different marks on the bottom or anything like that, I think it just helped being elevated off the bottom. You also have the Ultrex trolling motor on here. The Ultrex is pretty much what everybody wants nowadays. This comes standard on there as well. Standing up here on this padded deck is a huge feature as well. Those long days on the water, that padding goes a long way. You don't realize it until you're on a deck that doesn't have the padding. So on this Skeeter FXLE package, there's 5 different color schemes to choose from. One of the reasons why Skeeter does the packages already done out for you is because Skeeter's getting all those colors, all those electronics and trolling motors in bulk, and they're passing that savings on to you. You got 5 different options to choose from with this FXLE package. This boat's gonna get the job done. You're gonna be in style. You're gonna love the FX boat.
Hi, my name is Lynn from Last Chance Performance Marine, and I'd like to tell you about the Pheonix 721 Pro XS. The trailer on the Pheonix 21 offers gator hide coating so it boards up against all of rusting. Our trailers come with radial tires, matching spare, swing tongue, and LED lights throughout. Now we're back here at the Mercury Engine 250 Pro XS 4-stroke. It's the newest one to their lineup. All boats from Pheonix come with a jack plate. Standard for the 721 is a 10-inch jack plate, the Z-lock. It also has the ladder on it here so you can get back in your boat if you happen to go take a swim. I'd like to talk to you about the 721 transom. We feature the Kusi, which is it takes 10,000 pounds per inch to break this. We put 3 of these on our transom, fiberglass them together so that it is very strong. Another standard feature for our Pheonix boats, all of our hardware stainless steel. These are stainless steel hinges, stainless steel compression locks, and also we have aluminum reinforced powder coated lids so you won't get that bowing. Not only do the Pheonix boats offer stainless steel compression locks, hydraulic hinges, but they also offer stainless steel pop-up cleats. Right here we are at the live wells. Each live well is independent of itself. Each live well is 22 gallons, insulated, LED lit. So what this does is it gives you the opportunity to either fill up both sides, so you get 44 gallons, or if you'd only like to fill up 22 gallons worth, be more fuel efficient, you can have that opportunity also. Hi, now we've moved into the cockpit area. One feature that I really like of the Pheonix boat is the onboard net storage area. So when you need the net, you can reach in here, that doubles as the bilge, and get your net. And then you can also put it back so that it gets out of the way. Okay, so now we know that everybody either has short or long legs, nobody's the same. But what Pheonix does is sets it apart, so if you do have shorter or longer legs, you can adjust your sliding hot foot with a turn of the screw. So that is another standard feature, adjustable sliding hot foot for the Pheonix. On this particular boat, what we put on here is 2 Helix 9 graphs for you. Additionally, it has tilt steering, fully encapsulated console here so that none of the wires are hanging down. If you did need to access any of those wires, you would just undo these screws, easily accessible, bring this dash off, do whatever kind of electronics you want, and then put this back together. In the Pheonix boat, we also give the passenger his own rod locker storage area. Here you can have 4 rods that are in tubes. Right here we have the ice chest that is fully insulated, top, bottom, and all sides. Also has a drain in the bottom, LED lit. In the 721, you have a central tackle storage that features a ruler, places to put your crankbaits, your bags. In addition to that, you have hands-free tying in the morning that's LED lit. In every locker of the Pheonix boat, you will get LED lights. Included in that is the rod locker here where you can fit 12 8-foot rods. The lid right here is aluminum, reinforced powder coated, again with the stainless steel compression locks and the stainless steel hinges. Up here at the front of the boat, Pheonix gives you the opportunity to either put your chair up close to the recessed trolling motor or a little bit further back depending on your style of fishing. On the 721, we put the new Ultrex 45-inch, 112-pound trolling motor with spot lock. And the last feature I'd like to talk to you about is the Helix 9 we have flush mounted up here on the bow, making all your big bass dreams come true. If you have any more questions about the Pheonix boat, please call us at Last Chance Performance Marine at 951-765-1800. Last chance, where dreams do come true.
Well, the Fred Hall show is almost over. We got about an hour and a half left, and then it's time to tear down and tow some boats home. But I hope you enjoyed seeing the ins and outs of the Fred Hall show, seen some of the booths, some of the Daiwa reels, Albu Garcia reels, talking to Bill Egan about the One Bass events. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Skeeter boats and the Pheonix boats that we have here on display at Last Chance Performance Marine. Of course, if you have any questions, you can contact me about them, and you can also contact the shop at lastchanceperformancemarine.com or give them a call. Well, the boat show's over. I'm on the way home, but I'm gonna stop and drop off one of the boats that were at the show for the owners of Last Chance. I had a good time at the show. It was fun talking to everybody and talking fishing, talking boats. Well, I just finished dropping off the boat. I got here all good, and gonna be headed home now. So my Fred Hall show has come to a close. I'm ready to go home and get in bed. It's after 10 o'clock already. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please share it, please like it, please comment. I hope you enjoyed getting an inside look onto what the Fred Hall show is all about and what these boat shows are like. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hit the bell to receive notifications, and I hope you enjoyed the video and stay tuned for some more content.